Hi there everybody, JoeyO here. It is Thursday at 8:45 in the evening. It is 16 days to go until nomination day, and day 53 of the campaign. I had to look that up because the days are sort of blending together, but in a good way. Been delivering membership vouchers over the course of the past few days here. When we get the memberships from the party, we'll be delivering those in their place, because those are of course what you need to vote in the nomination, which is taking place on the 21st of January, between 1:30 and 4:30 is when the voting takes place at the Holiday Inn Express on McLeod Trail South there, in the Bonavista room. Bonavista is part of Calgary Fish Creek, so it only makes sense. So I'm hoping to see everybody there, and hoping that I can count on everyone's support. We've been having some terrific conversations with people, both in person and on the phone. The team started making phone calls here in the last little bit, and we're doing them in person rather than using a demon dialer. I know that I hate it when people get their computers to interrupt my dinner, and so we're not going to be doing that. We're going to be making phone calls in person. It takes a lot of time, it takes a lot of manpower, but it's worth it. I think it shows respect to the voters that we're willing to take the time to punch in 10 digits on a phone, and hopefully they'll pick up. So we've been doing a lot of talking about what it is that people want to see, and one of the things that people are talking about wanting to see is a lot of democratic reform and accountability, and addressing the democratic deficit that's crept in over the past few years, and for that matter, some things that have been an issue going on for as long as anyone can remember. One of the things that I'm really enamored with, and one of the things that I'd really like to bring forward, is this idea of a permanent voting record in the Legislative Assembly. Now, we have the Hansard, which records everything that's said, and it also records what votes pass and what votes fail. But unless somebody calls for a division, which happens very rarely, there's never a record of who was in the room when the vote was taken, and who actually voted yes, and who actually voted no. And it's 2012. I think that the very least that we can expect from our democratic institutions is a record of who's in the room when these votes are taken and how those people voted, so that we can hold them accountable. So they can't stand up and say they voted a certain way when they didn't, or they can't stand up and say they're working hard for us when they're not even in the room. So that's one of the things that I'd really like to see, is that permanent voting record, in addition to the Hansard, which we currently have. Another thing that a lot of people are talking about is the South Calgary Health Campus, whether it's going to open on schedule, whether it's going to open fully staffed. It's certainly my hope that it will, and I'd certainly be pushing for that as a representative in Calgary Fish Creek. A lot of people say that they really like the things that Premier Redford is doing here, and they're a little confused as to why some people seem to be standing up for the rights of people to drive while tipsy. I've got to agree that that's a little confusing to me as well. But hey, everybody's entitled to their opinion. The one thing we're not entitled to is our own facts. So I hope that everybody's had a wonderful holiday season. Everybody's looking forward to the joys that the new year brings. And of course, one of those joys is a provincial election, and we all love those so very, very much. Nomination day again is the 21st of January. You can check me out at joeyo.ca. Please look at my other videos here on YouTube. Like me on Facebook. Follow me on Twitter at Oberhoffner. That's 2 F's, 1 B. And we'll be talking to you again real soon. Take care.